For the past 5 years, I, Logan, 32, have basically been my younger sister's personal bank account. Let's call her Zara, 29. And I'm not talking about occasional gas money or lunch. I mean full-on financial support. Rent, utilities, groceries, clothes for her kid, school supplies, everything. I work at a factory that manufactures car parts. It's not glamorous, but it pays decently if you're willing to sacrifice your social life and do a ton of overtime. Which I've been doing, non-stop, ever since Zara's husband left her. Her ex, Dylan, was an okay guy. Steady job as an electrician. They had a daughter together, my niece Poppy, who's 7 now and genuinely awesome. But Zara's always had anger issues, snapping at people over minor things. I remember her blowing up at Dylan for bringing the wrong cereal brand. Eventually, he couldn't take it anymore and left when Poppy was 2. That night, she called me crying, playing the abandoned victim. Later, I found out Dylan had been trying to tell her for months he was unhappy. She just didn't listen. After the divorce, she couldn't afford her apartment. Her job at the mall barely paid minimum wage. Childcare costs are insane. So, I stepped up. Where were our parents? Off living the retirement dream. My dad Oscar's pension gave them the freedom to travel nearly half the year and renovate their house like something from HGTV. When I suggested maybe they help their daughter out, my mom Vivian just said, "You're young and capable, Logan. Zara needs help now." So, like a complete sucker, I agreed to help temporarily. That was in 2020. It's now 2025. And guess what? I'm still helping. It started with rent, then utilities, then groceries, clothes for Poppy, a laptop, for school, new furniture, school trips, everything. Every time I suggested cutting back, Zara would cry, accuse me of being cheap, or emotionally guilt-trip me. Her favorite move: "So you want your niece to go without basic necessities?" I became the family fixer. Middle child syndrome, maybe. I avoided conflict, kept the peace, made sarcastic jokes as my bank account drained. I once had dreams. A down payment for a house, $15,000 saved, gone in the first year. I wanted to take community college classes, maybe move up in my job. Couldn't afford them. Dating, forget it. Hard to impress anyone when you're broke from funding your sister's lifestyle. My buddy Kai kept telling me I was being used. She's a grown woman, Logan. But how do you say no when you know your niece might suffer? Only Uncle Wade saw the truth. At Thanksgiving, he said, "Kid, you're setting yourself on fire to keep someone warm who's just gonna complain it's not hot enough." 8 months ago, Zara finally got a full-time admin job with benefits. I thought, finally, relief. Maybe I'd only help with Poppy's needs. Wrong. Her demands actually increased. She needed a professional wardrobe, networking lunches, transition costs. In other words, Zara wanted new clothes and fancy brunches. Meanwhile, I'm driving a 2008 Honda with 187,000 miles, still using a phone that dies weekly, and shopping at dollar stores. But I kept paying, because I'm a sucker. Until one night, she mentioned a guy, Ryder, said he was great with Poppy, helped her feel happy again. I asked if she was using my money to support him. She started crying again. That's when I snapped. "I work overtime so you can pay your bills, but you're using that money to support some grown man who should be supporting himself." She flipped it on me. Said I didn't understand, that I was jealous because I didn't have anyone. That one hurt, because it was a little true. I told her, no more money. No more bailouts. Cue the 1 a.m. call to our parents. They lectured me about family loyalty and how Zara deserved happiness. Did they forget that I had given up everything for 5 years? Zara texted all week. "Bills due. Please. Think of Poppy." I ignored her, finally standing my ground, and it felt good. Then came Saturday. She showed up at my door with a fancy bakery box. "Can I come in?" she asked, looking remorseful. Against my better judgment, I let her in. She apologized, said she should have told me about Ryder. Then she asked if I could still help with rent while she got things sorted out. I couldn't believe her. "This isn't about Ryder. It's about you lying to me, using me. I've given you over $35,000. I have receipts." This ends now. She looked stunned, then pointed to the cake. It's your favorite, carrot cake, from that bakery you like. I opened it and saw the message, Happy 6-month anniversary, smudged, but obvious. You bought this for Ryder. He cancelled, didn't he? So you brought it to me. He's meeting me later, she snapped. I just wanted to include you in my life. You wanted to butter me up so I'd keep paying your bills, then go celebrate with him using my cake bought with my money. She exploded. You're impossible. Ryder loves me. At least I'm not a bitter, lonely loser with no life outside of work. Then she grabbed the cake and smashed it in my face. Carrot cake everywhere. I was bleeding from the plate hitting my lip. Don't expect to see Poppy again, she screamed. That was the final straw. Get out. Don't come back until you're ready to act like an adult. After she left, I took a shower, cleaned the frosting out of my ears, and made a decision. This wasn't over. She called my parents. Again, I was the villain. So I sent a picture of my cut lip and caked face to the family group chat. Captioned it, this is what your daughter did when I said I wouldn't pay her bills anymore. Dad replied, you know how emotional she gets. You shouldn't have pushed her buttons. So, it's my fault. Only Uncle Wade supported me. You pressing charges? He asked. No, I wouldn't do that to Poppy. But I did have another option. Wade referred me to his friend Marcus, who works at a legit debt collection agency. I brought Marcus a bulging folder, spreadsheets, Venmo logs, screenshots, texts. Zara had even said multiple times, I'll pay you back when I get on my feet. Marcus was impressed. I can work with this. 2 days later, Zara got a notice. Greater than total owed, $39,423.27 including interest. Immediate payment required. My phone rang 18 minutes later. You sent a debt collector after me. Yep. Funny thing about throwing cake in someone's face, sometimes they send professionals after you. She screamed about her credit score. I told her to ask Ryder for help. He thought he was dating a strong, independent woman, not someone mooching off her brother for 5 years. She insisted they were gifts. I pointed to 50+ texts where she called them loans. She hung up. I smiled. Then came the meltdown. 17 missed calls from our parents. I finally picked up while making a sandwich. A debt collector against your sister. Are you insane? Hi Dad. I'm great. Thanks for asking. They tried guilt. Zara's distraught. So was I, with cake in my face. You weren't raised to be this cruel. No, I was raised to be a doormat. Mission accomplished, until now. They hung up. Progress. 2 days later, Marcus called. Zara and Ryder came in. She screamed. He looked worried. Asked how much to make it go away. I froze. Seriously. He cut a check for $5,000 and signed a payment plan, $500 per month. After fees, I get about $350 per month. First payment. Fixed the AC in my car. Second. Paid off a credit card. Third. Opened a savings account. Zara's social media, silent. No more, toxic family, posts. Just, nothing. My parents are still cold. Uncle Wade thinks it's hilarious. He said, they'll come around. Or they won't. Either way, you're not broke anymore. And the best part. For the first time in 5 years, I bought the good coffee without wondering if I was stealing from Zara's electric bill. Freedom tastes like premium dark roast. And it is delicious.